welcome. We are going to be doing a mandala flow today. So basically what that is a full rotation around the mat. So we're going to start at the front and make our way backward, hopefully get a little sweaty. So without further ado, let's do this. We are going to get started at the top of the mat in Uttanasana, bringing your feet slightly wider than your hips today. And we will drop the body over, letting the head and neck go long. The spine is long. Maybe just swaying side to side. Letting go of any tension you're holding onto in the jaw. And then on the inhale, we'll lengthen the spine, reaching the crown of the head forward. And exhale, we will fall back down into the forward fold. Planting the hands, softening through the knees, and stepping back into a plank pose. So your wrists are going to be under the shoulders here, grounding through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, bend through the knees, tuck the pelvis, press back into down dog. Pedaling through the feet. And we're going to walk the feet out slightly wider than your hips at the back of the mat. And we'll walk the hands slightly in. We'll take the left hand and grab hold around the right ankle, gazing under the armpit. And then coming back through center, opposite side. So your right hand is slightly tugging on the left ankle, and you're reaching your body through. And then coming back through center, walking your hands back and walking your toes out until they're facing outward on the mat, and we're dropping into Malasana, the yogi squat. So your hands come to heart, spine is straight, and your head is lifted slightly. You're grounding through both feet and lifting the hips, broadening at the chest. Breathing. And then pressing through the feet, root to rise into Uttanasana, and then bringing the arms up overhead. Big inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sit back chair pose. Graze your fingertips towards the ground and open at the heart, sitting back in your seat. Weight is in your heels. Squeezing your thighs inward. Inhale, sink a little deeper. Exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward and walk back out to a plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, press your toes forward, hug your elbows in, coming through chaturanga into upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, roll over the toes, press the hips high, Adho Mukha, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, right foot sweeps up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, knee to nose. And then step it through to the top of the mat. We're coming into a high lunge right away. So your knee is in line with your ankle. Inhale, reach up. Slight back bend. Getting deeper in the front leg. Exhale, we're going to twist out to the right hand side. Inhale, right hand drops down the back of the leg. So we're coming into this reversed peaceful lunge. Gaze is up. Inhale. Exhale, plant the back foot. Open up into warrior two. So your front hip is reaching slightly towards the right hand side. Ground it through both feet. And relax the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, straighten through the front leg. Pivot the right foot in. Inhale, reach up. We're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So you're hinging at the hips, bending through the elbows, and reaching through, almost like chaturanga arms. Strong through the core and grounding through the outsides of the feet. Inhale. Exhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Bring your hands to your hips and come to rise. Unfolding at the center, and we're pivoting the feet to face the back of the room. Here's where the mandala comes in. So we're finding our high lunge towards the back of the mat. And then we're going to dip the back knee down and then straighten. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Two more. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Walking the back leg in slightly. On the inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, we're coming into pyramid pose, folding over the front leg. So reach the spine long on the inhale. And then exhale, fold forward, pulling the shins towards one another. Letting the head go. Inhale. Exhale. Bend through that front knee. And then step up into a standing split facing the back of the mat. So your right leg is reaching up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bend through the standing leg. Step yourself back. High lunge. Inhale. Reach the fingertips up and back. Exhale. Hands come down to frame the front foot. And then we're going to walk the left foot out to the left-hand side of the mat, coming into lizard pose. So your toes are facing slightly outward. Option to keep your arms long, or if you want a deeper stretch, you can come down onto the forearms. Another variation is dropping the back leg down, untucking the back toe. Whatever you're feeling today, remember to listen to your body. So your gaze is slightly forward and your head is long. You're feeling this in your outer front glute. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, bend that back knee. We're stepping back up into Malasana at the back of the mat. So your booty is working today. Lifting the hips, opening the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands to the ground, press up through center, walking the feet back in, sitting back into chair pose. Again, weight in the heels. Exhale, root to rise, and swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump back through your vinyasa. Inhaling and exhaling, meeting in down dog. Inhale, the left foot sweeps high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold for a breath. And then step it through to the top of the mat. Aligning and then coming to rise into your high lunge. Maybe slight back bend here. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to twist open to the left this time. So trying to twist through the center, reaching the left hand long, and then dropping it down the back of the leg, finding this reverse peaceful lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Release, coming back through center and opening up into warrior two. Finding your alignment, so either heel to heel, heel to arch. Slight press in that front hip to the left-hand side of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, come through center. This time, option to interlace the fingertips behind the back when you come into your wide-legged forward fold. So your toes are facing slightly inward. Finding a nice shoulder stretch. Inhaling. Exhaling. Releasing your hands back to the ground. Maybe rocking the hips side to side. And then bringing your hands back to your hips. Slowly coming up to rise. Inhale, we're facing back to the front of the mat. So square the hips. Come back into the high lunge. And we're coming into those lunge dips. So inhale, drop. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, lower, and rise. Lower, rise. Couple more. Lower, rise. Beautiful. And then we're walking that back foot in slightly on the mat, finding pyramid pose. So on the inhale, we lengthen long through the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, over the front leg. Inhale, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold deeper. Finding resistance in this pose. So slight pull of the front leg back and the back leg forward. Dropping the head. And then we bend through the front knee, stepping up into that standing split. So kind of like a one-legged forward fold. We hinge at the hips, reach the left leg long. Inhale. Exhale, bend into the standing leg. We're stepping back into a high lunge, So hands come to rise, finding stability. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms to frame the front foot. And then we walk the right foot out to the right corner of the mat. Toes are facing slightly outward, coming into that lizard pose. So whatever variation you took on the other side, we are going to try and go there. So again, if you like the forearms for a deeper stretch, go ahead and do so. If you want to relax the back leg down, that's also always an option. Gazes forward. Good. And then we will step forward into Malasana. Again, at the front of the mat. Our yogi squat. Hips are high. Toes are facing outward. Option to bring your hands to prayer. And then this time we're going to reach our fingertips long. Just elongating through the spine. Another variation. And then coming back to center, pressing through the feet, walking your feet back towards center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend through the knees, fingertips graze the ground, sit back chair. Keeping the chest open. Again, sit a little deeper. Root to rise, press to stand. Great work. Inhale, reach the fingertips back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. Step or jump back through your vinyasa. Or go right to down dog. Inhale. Exhale, we find stillness. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. This time we're coming into pigeon pose. So your body drops. Your hips are square. On the inhale, you open at the heart. Option to stay right here. Or if you want to go deeper, begin to melt the body forward onto the mat. Maybe letting your head rest to the mat. And we're here for a few breaths. Slowing down the breath. And then begin to lift the forehead if you went deeper. Walking the hands back into the body. Tucking the back toes and stepping back into downward dog. Pressing through the feet. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Again, you're rotating out with the shin and coming into the releasing pigeon pose. Dropping the back leg down. If you have a block, you can always put that under your glutes here. On the inhale, we open. Exhale, option to drop down to the mat. Deepening the stretch. And then lifting the forehead. Again, coming back in. Opening at the heart once more. And then tucking the back toe, lifting the hips. Down dog. Maybe some sways through the hips. Getting a little funky. And then we're gonna roll the body forward. One more plank. Rooting through the palms and the fingertips. Reaching through the shoulder blades. Breathe. And then dropping the knees down. Coming back into a seat. And we'll wrap our feet around, just coming into a forward fold. So flexing at the feet. Letting the shoulders drop back and the spine go long. On the inhale, we lift the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips into a forward fold. Your version, so your legs might be a little bent. Reaching the elbows out to the side, pulling yourself deeper. And then coming back through center. And we will come down all the way to the floor, to Mother Earth, or whatever surface you're on, maybe a hardwood. And drop the knees out to the sides of the mat. Maybe one of your hands come to your heart and the other come to the belly. Maybe your eyes closed. Softening the breath. Softening the body as we cool down. And then gently bringing the knees back in. We will find a back bend before we close the practice. So option to come into wheel by bringing your hands to the outsides of your ears, pressing through the feet and through the palms, or to come into bridge, which is what I am going to do. So I'm going to press up through my hips, squeeze my thighs together, and I'm actually going to interlace my fingertips behind my back. So hugging the shoulders in here. Lifting up through the heart, through the hips. And then releasing the grip. And slowly lowering back down. Walking the feet out to the side of the mat and letting the knees cave in, just releasing the lower back. Maybe the legs sway side to side. And then we'll hug the knees into the chest, rocking side to side. And then taking any final movements you need before you drop into Shavasana, your final resting pose after all that movement. So option to have your ankles bound or to let the feet go wide, relaxing through the shoulders and through the rest of the body. I find that yoga is a great way to silence the mind through movement. Yet it's also important to go inward when you find stillness and finding ways to remain present on and off your mat, finding ways to listen to your body, learn about your body, and about yourself. Begin to deepen the breath, finding movement in the hands and the feet, reaching long through the toes and maybe reaching the arms overhead. Full body stretch. And then option to make a pillow with your arms, rocking to your side, and then making your way back up to Sukhasana, our seat, bringing the hands to the heart center. Thanking yourself for giving your body this practice today. You are love, you are life, you are light. Spread this to everyone you meet. Namaste. Thanks so much for sharing this practice.